Yeah.
Whoa.
How's it going, guys?
Epic.
Oh my.
Welcome to Nationwide Tuesdays. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
You good? Hey, Connor, how was those chips?
They're really good.
You're enjoying
He got
those chips.
he got the crumbs all on the screen and shit.
Got it in your beard?
Barbecue Doritos in.
So good.
Check your beard, bro.
Man. I ate like 2 bags of these when we were on tour a few weeks ago, and I'm just hooked since. So.
Oh, that had the torn you apart. Oh, we got Johnny on.
Sweet.
Johnny is on.
I can hear you.
Johnny, there he is.
Hey.
What
Are we
up,
good,
though?
Johnny? You can hear everything? Everyone sounds good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, great.
Sweet.
All right. For anyone who doesn't already know, I'm Fran LaSavage, the Savage Ladies of Metal. And with me today, we have Michigan's Voluntary Mortification. What is up, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
You said the name right.
There you go.
Well, don't ask me to say it quickly. I gotta say it slow. Voluntary mortification.
Hey, there's Jim. I see Jim in the chat. What's up, Jim?
Yes, for anyone who hasn't checked out our podcast, if you have any questions you want to ask, feel free to throw it up on the comment section. I'll be more than happy to get your question in there. Facebook user, I don't know what the hell you just sent, but I'm not going to even attempt that one. We got No Barricades Photography. We all know who Jimmy is.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy saying what's up.
What's going on, dude? Thank
Yeah.
you for them pictures you shot us with, man. Thank you. We appreciate that.
We got some inscriptions on here.
Yeah, a lot of things are
man.
popping up already. You got Kevin Tarrant says, this band was interviewed by Zach Moonshine on the Zach Moonshine Show. He's not really into
Giving us
Christian
some-
metal, but you guys are awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you for that.
Kevin's giving us some credibility here. We're known by people.
So would you guys like to introduce who you are individually, what you play, what you're about?
Sure. Who wants to start?
Go ahead, you.
Go ahead.
All right. My name's Connor. I play the throat, which is doing the vocals of the band. So, yeah. Oh, where's Johnny? Coming back.
Johnny keeps popping on and off.
He's gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey.
Johnny's our drummer. He's not around, but I'll introduce him.
I'm Ernie. I'm Ernie, a.k.a. Black. I play bass. No puns intended.
I'm Cody, and I'm the new guitarist.
Yeah, that's our special announcement we saved for the show, Fran.
Awesome.
We
Okay,
got
I was
a new
wondering
member
who it
to
was.
line.
I was like, I don't recognize this one.
Cody's
Well,
the new
welcome to the
position.
family.
Thank you. Thank
Officially
you.
the newbie. Have they been beating you like the meat you are?
Well, to tell you the truth, yes. When I miss a riff, they pull out the belts and they beat me in the corner.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
They got a special little room they put me in if I, miss a riff. Yeah.
That's true.
We have a anti-hazing policy.
Oh, man.
No further comment at this time.
I love how quickly these interviews can go left.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's what's gonna happen all the time here. And I'm Jacob. The
No, you know
guitarist,
what?
by the way.
It's also me. I'm more than willing to go left. It's okay. So how's it been since you've been in the band? How are things going with that?
Besides the beatings, I'm doing great. No, they're awesome, dude. I love jamming with them. They're amazing musicians. It's been awesome.
Wow, amazing musicians. That is.
Seriously.
I mean, but shit, you said you played the throat, man. God damn.
You know, at the beginning they said there's gonna be parental explicit content. I was ready to
Always.
log on.
Right.
No, started threw the disclaimer out.
Yeah, there's no filter on me, so I don't expect it to be on anyone
After I
else.
said that, should just put a sock in my mouth.
If you're offended easily, do not watch my show. So Johnny, you keep popping in and out. You doing okay?
Oh man,
sneaky snake.
I play the drums for a reason. I hate tech.
This is true.
Too awesome.
Anytime he gets new technology, he'll be like, hey, can you guys figure this out? Here, Connor, take this. We still have a pedal we're trying to figure out that's been in the works for about 6 months now, but maybe we'll get it at some point.
Like here.
Just gotta wipe that dust off again and again. And
I figure it this way: is that if so shit goes wrong, I can just keep playing. You guys can all hear me, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's true. Just like that show in Evansville. That was
Everybody
Everybody
hear
in
me?
Evansville.
Oh, you talking about we had the karaoke sound, man?
yeah. So on our tour, we played.
Oh, it
Evansville,
was crazy.
Indiana.
That was crazy.
They double booked it, so they had karaoke going on up front. And then the first band that played brought a smoke machine. It had so much smoke that it set off the fire alarms. Everything was going nuts. And we're like, oh my gosh. And then when we get on, we're working with this sound dude who's like a karaoke sound guy. First song, samples go out, my vocals go out. Johnny's kick is nowhere to be found. So like we were just like, you know what, screw this. Let's just play and have a good time. So
Oh wow.
it was
Lots of
probably
symbols.
it was
Just keep
probably
hitting
the
symbols.
funnest show, and we're still looking for footage from it because they had these milk crates there, and we were throwing milk crates in the pit and like telling people to run around them and stuff. So it was really fun. But
There was
All right,
there
so
was a
anybody
mild
who was at the
obsession on
Evansville
those
show, if you were recording this shit, you need to send that recording to the
Yes.
guys at Voluntary Mortification. Go to their page, go to their email, send it to them. They want to get that shit up.
yes, we were looking for it.
Any footage, get it out there. That's too funny.
Out there.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for making time to be here tonight. I want to say thank you very much for. There was a couple of continuances on the date or things that things have happened to me that I was going through in the last few weeks. I just want to say thank you very much for being understanding that sometimes shit happens and it's not in your control.
Always
Yeah.
blame Connor. Blame Connor if anything goes wrong. So,
Yeah, you can blame me even if it wasn't my fault, But
yeah, blame
no,
Connor.
thanks for when we screwed up, and I'm telling you, so we were at a Rockford show, and Jim and Jessica were there, and they were like, "Hey, Fran's trying to get a hold of you," and I was like,
and by the way,
Well, no,
he's smacking the shit out of you.
I was like, I just got a hold of her like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I think we're all set and stuff. And then she was like, no, she needs to get a hold of you. So that's when I looked in that message when we got back, and I was like, where is our chat with Fran? It just disappeared. And like I had to type in your name and search it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I was getting agitated.
But
But
Jacob.
what the fuck was
Jacob. Whitey.
Did you talk to
White
an
man.
empty chair the whole show, or did
It's
we?
Blackie and Whitey. We're at it again.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally playing. I felt like I was playing cat and mouse. I'm like, where are these motherfuckers? So, and I know, of course, as everyone knows, Jimmy from No Barricades Photography is a savage. Is a savage photographer. Anybody goes all over the place. He's all over the Midwest, and he knows you guys directly. So I was like, get all these motherfuckers. And I'm like, because I know you guys are in great communication. Then I lost you, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose with me. So.
Just
But
communicate with
we
me.
made it happen, and here we are. So that's all that
This
matters.
way.
So anyway, moving forward. So number one question I'm sure everyone gets asked: voluntary mortification. What is the story behind that name?
Good question.
That is a good
I'm
one.
new, so I don't know.
You don't know?
So he's
Come on,
about
Jacob.
you're gonna learn today.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just
Jacob,
black,
Jacob,
you
you
know.
wanna-
I'm just black. I'm just hanging
just-
hanging about. So they picked me up they picked me up off the side of the street and shit.
He was our
You know,
token bassist,
They picked me up, asked me, did I know how to play bass? And I was like, I don't own one.
But you give me one, I'll play it.
Yeah. So I got two of them bitches, you know what I'm saying?
His
lies
nickname is
over here.
Black, but it's gonna get us in trouble because I remember at one show I walked outside and I was like, "Black, where are you?" And all these people looked at me and they're like, "What the hell did you just say?"
Don't do that. Don't do that in
How
Chicago.
real spit.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
That is too funny.
All
And
right, Jacob, that's you, man.
And Johnny's going. No,
when you guys are just coming in, you guys are just popping in and out of my life all day. That's okay.
that's what we do.
All right, so what's the story behind the name? How did you guys come
Yeah,
up with
come
what's the story behind it?
Who wants to take it? Jacob, you want to?
Jacob.
Yeah. So number one, voluntary mortification. I mean, first off, it just sounds brutal.
It does.
Doesn't matter if you know what it means. So we'll start with that. But 2, so it's what it means is to mortify yourself, is to like deny like yourself like the pleasures and like whatever of this world, and like to deny yourself, to discipline yourself. And we just think that's like the most metal thing you can do. I mean, in a world where people just want to serve themselves and you know, do what's best for them. I mean, how much more metal can it be to actually like, you know, live for other people and, you know, sacrifice? And so that's kind of the mantra. And so yeah.
Well put, Jacob. Well put.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mortification too.
What he said. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
It ties in with us too with mortification because, well, our name says voluntary, which is like as if you like purposely mortify yourself, like.
Right.
And part of the aspect of that is a few of us in the band, we have our own health issues and stuff, and going on stage essentially is a mortification for us, through our own health issues that we're dealing with, you know, whatever it may be, you know, maybe we can dive into it more, but we're mortifying ourselves to go on stage and play live music. So
do not turn on those strobe lights when brothers in town.
Yeah, Johnny will black out.
Yeah, no, you look. I was taking it the light route first. You know, I was taking it the light route. Oh man,
Johnny, we were talking about, or just briefly, we were saying like, you know, your health issues and stuff. If you ever wanted to elaborate on that too,
yeah.
Johnny's
I'm just gonna say, if you see me cringe for a minute, I apologize. I am going through a lot of health problems right now, as everyone knows, and I just got hit with a spasm, so I'm kind of cringing a little bit. I don't care what I go through. I said this interview was going to happen, and we're doing this through my pain. I don't give a fuck. I'm giving you guys what you deserve.
Yeah, we
Voluntary mortification.
Yeah, you're mortifying yourself.
Right.
Yeah, you're living it right now.
I'm doing what needs to get done. With pain and tears, I'm still here.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So then we add into the album "Suffer to Rise," which is, you know, just continuing on with that whole theme. You know, being able to continue to achieve great things in life while suffering. You know, we like what you're doing now. You know, you're doing your thing, but you're suffering. And I suffer. I get on stage every time we play. It's hard. You think I'm up there having a great time, and I am, but I am suffering through my own. I have a critical illness, you know, and it makes me really sick. And so people don't know that. I don't make it public knowledge, but writing this album and touring and playing all last year while having a critical illness has been a challenge, but it's all about, you know, suffering to rise up and overcoming that challenge to continue doing what needs to be done. So
exactly.
Well, you enjoy doing it too, man. So
yeah,
you gotta have something you enjoy.
Yeah, like our message to, like, from what we live and to you, Fran, and to anyone else out there, like, it's just we all know that we're going to be suffering. Like, that's just part of the human condition. But we believe, and we would, you know, invite everyone else to believe, like, you don't just suffer for no reason. Like, there's going to be some kind of purpose, some kind of way to bring you through it. And I mean, you might not ever understand it, but we just want to try to get the message out there that it's not meaningless, even though, you know, it still sucks. But there's a purpose to it, and that's the message that we bring. And so
we know there's a lot of suffering in the metal scene too. I don't know. There's just something about metal. It draws a lot of people together.
Well, yeah, metal from all walks of life, the pains and agonies that bring us all together in the middle.
Yeah, we kind of want to tie into that too, you know, and with our message of hope, which really we don't like label ourselves as a Christian band. We just kind of get tied in with that. But I mean, if you dive into our lyrics and everything, it's pretty evident just how we carry ourselves, or try to at least, which is just that message of, you know, you're not alone when you're suffering. We're here. We believe that there's a creator. We believe God is there and he's molding you, so to speak, you know, like we're the clay, he's the potter, and he's working through you. And a lot of it sucks, the pain we go through, but we believe. Johnny's laughing, you know. It's like,
you know, it's just you know what? It's just always nice to know that you are able to stand or sit or speak with someone, even if they do not understand, they are willing to try to overstand it.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the night, it's all love. At the end of the night, it's just all love. If you are willing to love, then you're part of voluntary mortification.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
That is
That's
beautiful.
tagline right there.
We're not
Deep
out there like
thoughts.
condemning anybody or anything, and it's just have a good time.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. Something I saw when I was doing my homework. I always call it homework. Something I saw that it just really grabbed me. I saw an amazing quote. Maybe it's a motto that you guys have. It says to voluntarily down our lives for one another and deny our very selves and our desires. What does that mean to each of you?
I'll start with that one. That is the simple saying of not trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Wow.
I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that as a joke, because I'm sure we all know a lot of people that before they will worry about themselves and what they need to do to make sure that their daily life is correct, that they would rather go and look at someone else's and want to mirror how their lives is when it's not their own. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And before they will worry about their own personal lives, their marriages, or dealing with their brother or their sister, or even a simple job. Well, they will rather look at that next man or that next woman's moves and always want to mirror that and never pay attention to their own.
Yeah.
I get that.
Deep thoughts, Black.
And never pay attention to their own.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean by that. It's like the plumber doesn't have running water.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
But yet he's fixing your shit, though, right?
Yeah.
But yet he's fixing your shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's interesting what Ernie says with that too, because like with our message, what you had read is we're not out there being like, oh, look at us. We're Catholics, we're Christians, we have all of our shit together and we're so perfect and happy. But instead it's like, no, like we're suffering like all of you guys and it sucks. But we found peace through Jesus. Exactly. And that's like what brings us joy. That's why Johnny goes up on stage with his critical illness. And that's why Ernie's up on stage, even though he could pass out with strobe lights. And that's why I'm up on stage, even though I have crippling social anxiety, which is really weird because you wouldn't think I do. But it's just trying to spread that, I guess, good hope, because it seems like in metal, there's a lot of nihilism that comes with the brutality and stuff, where
a lot of fake hey Connor, a lot of fake dead baby drinking milkshake.
Oh man,
that baby milkshake. Yeah, man.
It's real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
I have said this a lot. And out of all the bands that I played in, may they have been satanic or not, all of those men and all of those women, they all love. They all love.
Yeah.
They all got families. They all
have families. Yep. They all have kids. Yep. They all have to pay bills.
Oh yeah.
So forth and so on. So there's a lot of deception that's going on, even in the satanic world.
It's a lot of show.
Yeah. That's how I look at it. I look at it as show and tell. Mm-hmm. I look at it as show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is.
And if you don't understand what you're doing, then what are you doing?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Black, because it's like, I was thinking about that the other day because when I was a band before, and it's like, how were we making music? Like, there wasn't anything that inspired us. We would just be like, oh, this sounds brutally cool. That's cool. Let's go with this, you know? But like for us, our brutality and everything comes right from our own lives and from our faith. And it comes out as like telling a story. So, and we hope that those stories will relate to people on a personal level and not just be like about butchering women and babies and whatever, you know, whatever sounds brutal, because it doesn't relate to people. So I don't know. I guess we all think like music is an art form, so you should express what's meaningful to you through that art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and you also got to remember, man, you know, we are expressing how we personally feel within a genre that has ultimately always been a negative situation or a negative connotation. You know, and for some they get it. For some they may get it, and then there's some that don't. And those are the ones that, you know, we have to reach out to get them to understand, wait a minute, there's some reality what's going on. This is not cartoons. This is not cartoons.
Right.
This is not cartoons at all. You know, and when you don't understand when you do not understand yourself, how do you understand what's going on in the world? The news lies to us all day, every day. All day, every day.
Yeah, they do.
All the way to cartoons. All the way to cartoons. It's been going on for centuries. You know, so when you have a group of guys like ourselves that are willing to be honest.
Try to be real, I guess.
Yeah. When you're willing to be honest and when you're being real, you can't be real with no one else unless you're real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how much shit you'll get too for being real and
yes, sir,
expressing yourself in a real way too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, we probably catch more flack from the Christian metal scene, actually, Fran, than we do from the secular
scene. I was gonna dive into that, but you brought it up, so let's do it.
Yeah, because when we first started as a band, we were like, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what the scene was like, I guess, for the Christian metal scene, and we joined. Whoa, my face just got really close to the camera. We joined this Christian metal group, and we realized the judgments that came from some of them. They wouldn't promote us. They wouldn't want anything to do with us because they knew that a couple of us were Catholics. So they didn't consider us Christians or whatever, you know. And we're like, well, why does that matter? Like we're you know, trying to just promote a healing ministry of Jesus Christ, and like we're just trying to make brutal music and not trying to shove anything down anybody's throat, but it's still just cause an uproar.
When it comes to the Bible and then the divinity of all the different religions that worship the same book, it's a war in itself. It's really insane. It's like you got to deal with enough. You know, there's all kinds of religions out there. We all know this, and and I'm gonna bring this up, everyone. Religion and politics, we know we don't bring up, but my show today we will. And I was raised as a Roman Catholic. I'm Italian. My parents are directly from Italy, born and raised. Well, my dad's raised.
Cool. So is my wife. My wife.
You know, and I went a different direction. You know, it's because we were taught to not question our faith.
Right.
Well, that's exactly what the fuck I did. I am a Wiccan Satanist. Now, that does not mean I believe in the devil. That does not mean I worship the devil. If anyone knows what Leviathan Satanism is, it's a different form. It's actually, I'm going to say it, it's the softer side of Satanism. Believe it or not, it does exist. But it doesn't, I'm not worshiping anything. You know, my heart is solid. You know, I'm like anyone else. Shit pisses me off in my head. You think the worst. Think your mind is going to fly. But my heart is my heart is huge. and I
You're a
give,
good person.
give. I mean, look what I do for the music scene. You know,
Yeah.
to thousands of people that I will never meet, thousands of people that will never meet me, never talk to, unless I bring them on here, of course. And I'm still giving them. I'm still giving to them. I want to help. I want to help. My heart is bigger than what's in my head, and that's probably a good thing, you know. But when it comes to Christianity, you know, Catholicism, you guys, it's all from the same book. It's just each religion looks at one different character a little bit more, and that creates the battle. It's like, why?
That's the debate. That's the debate.
You know,
that's the debate. Yep.
Wow.
I'm sorry not to cut you off. You know, this is, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. How I was raised is you don't speak on your religion. You just do what the religion is telling you to do, or what you believe, or what your belief of that religion is.
Exactly. Where they say, don't question your religion, just do what you're told. No.
Exactly.
I will not do as I told. I didn't listen to my parents. I'm sure as hell not going to listen to the church.
You know,
it's like I said, and that's where it breaks. You know, like how how I say it is when folks read the Bible incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it boils down to, well, what did that story? What did you get out of the story? What did you get out of the story? There shouldn't even be a question raised like that. It should be, oh, okay, you believe, I believe, let's go. You know, but like I said, that is just a part of the religious aspect of being different. Yeah. We are all different. We don't read the book the same way. We don't read the Pinocchio book the same. We don't. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this on jokes. I'm being honest. Everyone reads. Everyone maneuvers differently.
That's how you read it. Yeah.
It's how you choose to understand it or how you choose to overstand it. Yeah. It's on you. And, if that's how you feel, or if that's how I feel, then that's just for me. I don't care whether if you feel me or not.
Right.
You know, and I'm saying the same thing that you're saying. I'm saying the total same thing. I don't go around, I don't go around, telling the folks, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not. I'm not going to tell you nothing. It's either you feel it or you don't.
Right. It's up for your own interpretation and how you see it.
So I think what Ernie is saying is we don't try to shove it down anybody's throat.
Right.
We just live our lives, and if people are interested in why we believe what we believe, then we can talk about it. And Fran, we probably have more in common. I wouldn't say more in common, but more in dialogue with Satanists, or like LaVey Satanists like yourself, who are atheists. I understand LaVey Satanism is mostly atheism. Sure, there are some devil worshippers and like the World Church of Satan and stuff, but we can often dialogue with these people because a lot of them have more of those absolute truths, where we get a lot of crap from the other 30,000 Christians that have their own denominations and think that they can interpret everything differently. So what I'm saying is, long story short, is like we can relate a lot with people like yourself, because frequently they are people that were hurt by like the Catholic Church. Because let's face it, there's crappy people everywhere, and some of our good friends are lapsed Catholics because, like you said, they tried to shove it down their throat, or they just had really bad upbringings with it, and they questioned it, which is what you should do. Like we questioned our faith up and down, and
and we're told not to, but what really makes you humane? Are you are you a sheep?
That's the individuality, though. That's the individuality. That's the individuality. And that is what always raises the question, of whose faith is better, who believes better than the next man or the next woman, who doesn't believe better than the next man or the next woman.
Yeah, they all say that they shouldn't be judged, but yet they're the first ones to throw that first stone.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm speaking on.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So, I mean, obviously, Christian metal has been around for a while. I mean, it's not something that's new. It's just a lot of people who are musically outdated don't realize that it's been around a long time. And, who are some of your influences that brought you into the metal or into the deathcore?
They're not
Christian metal.
Not Christian metal.
Yeah, far from. Even for me, far from.
Who are some of your influences?
Johnny, why don't you start? You're the OG. You're the older.
Oh man, Slayer, Sepultura, Chelsea Grin. Freaking list goes on and on and on. There's a lot of great metal. I don't have to agree with the message behind it or anything, but the music. Right. You got a badass drummer, playing in a band that has the wrong message. I still want to listen to him playing, and I get my influence that way. But yeah, there's like very little Christian metal. I mean, Impending Doom for sure. But more recent, like Broken Flesh, we just went on tour with them, man.
Right.
Those guys slay. They slay.
They slay, and Brandon Lopez, man, drummer, he's like, that dude's lightning fast, man. He's been going at it for like 30, 40 years or some crazy shit like that. So yeah, a lot of great influences. Not all of them are Christian metal, and that's not really the basis of what I am anyway. But being able to send the message out the way we do is cool, because if you think that we're a bunch of pussies and shit because we believe in Jesus, come to one of our shows.
Well, that's the way I see it. As long as the music's good, man. As long as it's put together good and good music.
Okay, I did get to see you guys live. How I actually met you guys was Miss Michigan Metal Fest.
That's right.
And that was the first time I met you guys. First time I heard you guys, and you guys blew my fucking mind. I'm like, these fucks. you guys have that good boy next door thing going on, And then you get on that stage, and their whole persona was a 180. And you just killed it on the stage. And I was like, dude, I'm bringing them on the Savage. And you guys know it. I think Jacob, I think it was you that I said that to. I'm like, I'd love to interview you guys.
Yeah, no, thanks.
And you're like, really?
Well, just look at Jacob.
Well, we had our bassist on stage. He was wearing a dress at the time.
Oh, yeah, Eric.
Yo, I thought you guys see the pictures of that, man. It's bugged out.
Yes, he was. I remember I got a few pictures of him, too. I'm like, oh, he looks so pretty. So
that caused a stir in the Christian metal crew.
Oh yeah, that pissed a few people off too. We're like, freaking lighten up, man. Have fun. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? We're so let me ask you guys this. When you guys first started, how did you guys all meet? How did it all happen?
Divine intervention.
Well, I mean, Johnny jokes about it, but there truly is like some pretty, coincidental things that happened. Well, first, Jacob and I went to a show, and I dragged my buddy, who's actually a priest, to see Fit for a King and Norma Jean, and it was a good show. And I don't know if you've ever seen Fit for a King live, but those pits are nasty.
No, I haven't seen live now.
Holy shit. You think you go there oh, these guys are going to be a nice Christian band. The nastiest pits I think I've ever seen have been with Fit for a King. And it's
never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. Anyway, so we took him there, and he was just drinking beer in the back. He's like, yeah, I understand this. This is pretty cool. And Jacob came along, because Jacob and I had actually done this Exodus 90 thing, which is this big mortification project through Lent where you pretty much give up everything. It really sucks, but it's good. It helps you to focus just on your family and stuff. You cut out social media, TV, sweets, drinking, you name it. Anyway, so we met through there, and Jacob and I just kind of clicked, and we just kind of jokingly, half at first, we're like, hey, we should get together and write some songs because you like metal. And
it was two people who are Christians who are striving, who like metal. I have not met a lot of those people in my life. So
yeah,
I think it was, the interest was there right away to, especially when I found out you were in the scene, Connor, and I had never been in a band before. I just played guitar in my basement. So I'm like the greenest person in this band, but here we are.
I had been to 10 years because I was raising my babies, you know, and working and stuff. But I had felt a call recently, like, should do music again. And then same thing with Johnny. He was out of the scene for like 10 years, but he can kind of tell his story.
Well, I just thought it was weird that I'm just sitting there one day, I haven't been in a band for a while, and I'm like, I'm just going to check Craigslist real quick. The first ad on there is these guys, it's Connor, and we just connected instantly, and I happen to live like 12 minutes away, and so I show up with this rinky-dink little stupid friggin' electric drum kit. I got a cane. I can hardly walk and shit. These guys are looking.
Yeah, Johnny showed up to his tryout or practice with a cane, and he's our drummer. So that's how it started.
Yeah,
the fine irony, right?
If you want to talk about suffering to rise, it's literally. We have watched Johnny rehab because he had hit a deer and fell down steps when he was working a job, and he literally stumbled. He stumbles up the steps to come to practice. And I'm like, dude, how are you going to play drums? What is this? And he came down there and just started blasting. We're like, okay. And
okay.
Over 2 years, though, we've seen how much he's rehabbed, too, and, like, just tightened up. And, his knees just are getting great. And he's a
great drummer. Yeah, for sure.
It's been awesome to see it.
Johnny's great drummer.
So, he's like our poster child, of the band. Like,
yeah,
Johnny has faith in God, and that's why he's able to do all this. It's what fuels his passion. So we just kind of want to share that because,
man,
he'll be up on stage sick as hell, and he's still just.
Is Johnny the inspiration of the band?
Drumming away.
When life throws its lemons at you and kicks you in the cunt, just pick up that cane and start fucking breaking beats.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If people start bitching that they can't do something. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Johnny. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I was just saying if people start bitching, complaining that they can't achieve something or do something, that's what this is about.
At you.
That's what this is about. It's like, this is what I love to do. I'm not going to let busted up knees and a busted up back and a brain tumor and shit.
You're not going to let your pain hold you back. I feel that completely, especially right now.
It's it, man. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to do this until I drop. And, sometimes I'm a little bit too sick. Like that one night on the tour, I was a little bit too sick. I still did. I still made it through the set, man. And everybody, but, hold me back. There's no reason for that,
I walked in. I came into the band. I hadn't played out about 15 years and was on one of the
Michigan musicians or something.
Yep, yeah. Michigan musicians, and looking for a band was looking for a bass player and was just, dialing through and ran across Connor talking to a bass player in the side chain. And they realized, oh man, we're too far away. And so I chimed in, hey, I'm in Lansing. I'm in Lansing. And let's talk. And so we got, man, give me your number, man. I'm gonna call you, And here I am, simply here I am. And what's funny, and what's even funny, as it got, more in depth, they sent tabs and music. And so Connor was like, hey, by the way, man, we're a Christian band, do you have a problem with that? And so by this time I'm like, oh shit,
right.
I didn't already try it. Look, I didn't already try it out, and they're like, man, you can stay or you can go. So I'm like, I'm staying. So,
yeah,
so he's like, huh?
You're fibbing. I thought we talked about it the first day on that conversation.
No, we did not. No, we did not. But by that time, and it wasn't even that it was too late. What I personally was looking for was where I'm at right now. And that was to get down and make good music. Right. And make good music.
I was on the same page, Michigan musicians. And be honest, Connor, you hit me up because you like the way I look pretty, huh?
Yeah. So Cody was posting on this musician's thread.
That's hilarious. He's so pretty.
I just thought he was so handsome. So
with the neck joint, yeah, because he rocking the neck joint.
Yeah,
he rocking the neck joint shit.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
No, I'm just happy that you guys hit me up because you guys are awesome dudes, and it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be enjoyable.
It was crazy.
Hey, for us in the first show.
Yep. Yeah. I was like, can I help you with something? Let me help.
And then what's even crazier? Yeah,
this guy and me.
And this is on some him and I type shit, where we both at one point in time played in the same band. As quick as I was walking out,
I was coming
in. He walked in.
Okay.
And even though and with that band, and I'm not gonna speak on the name, but with that band, they were like, yeah, Cody, yeah, we're, I've been talking to this guitarist Cody, whoop-de-woo, blase splee, we're trying to get him together, we send him the tabs, whatever. And by the time, I had already been in the band in within a year. I done went from bass, I done went to guitar, I done went back to bass, I done went back to guitar again, to the point where they were like, oh man, we initially had a bass player, and between those two cats, they were like, nah man, fuck you guys, you're out of here. So that's when he rolls in.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Weird. So, so for him to pull up at the show, where we at? In the creek, in Battle Creek?
Battle Creek, yep.
Mm-hmm. And then he rolls up, he pulls dead into the parking lot.
Hey guys.
And he rolls down the window. He's like, hey Ernie, what's up? I'm thinking I'd have met him somewhere. I ain't seen him in years. I'm like, hey dog, what's up? I'm hanging in this window, like, hey, what's up? It's just crazy how
it comes,
the energy of the world, and the energies of people, man, and the energies of what you would like to do. It's just crazy, man. So we road dogs and didn't even know it.
That's awesome. That's too
cool.
funny.
It's cool because we all had like these little coincidences, which personally we believe it's God at work, because it's just been, we went through some rough times too with some people, some very, very malicious people, and we went through,
I ain't gonna speak about it on the cam, but we spoke about that earlier, just with my personal self. I'll speak on it if need be, but I don't think we need to do that.
Oh, with your other bands, you mean?
No, just you speaking on personal stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we can go down that lane, but is it really needed now, man? Because personally, here's where I'm at with a group of fellas, that understand where I'm coming from, understood where I came from, and is willing to give me a chance to be something better for for the positive in the future.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, we just had some,
that's
some tough trials in the past with other people, and it's just cool because we just kind of had faith everything would work out, and then there's Ernie.
I consider all those assholes the fuel for the fire, and watch that bitch burn bigger and bigger. The more hatred you give to me, I'm gonna feed off that.
Oh yeah,
so you want to talk shit?
We've
watch.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Like
every time, friend.
Like don't ever go to our original website, voluntarymortification.com.
You tell me not to go to something and expect me to listen.
Don't go there.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Yeah, that's something else. That's something else.
Yeah, you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it.
We've just
don't do it on air.
Yeah. Don't do it over here.
Yeah, people suck. So
Yeah, unfortunately, that's life. But it's how you get through it, how you react is what determines what kind of person you really are. Are you gonna let somebody else's decision, somebody else's opinion, somebody else's go fuck yourselves determine what your next step is? Are you gonna let them control your moves? Who's running? Whose life are you really running? Is it yours? Or are you doing what someone else expects you to do? Nobody else is in those shoes
That's what we're
except you.
trying to do. Is we're fighting for our own, and we're all brothers. So I mean, that's what's cool. We all get along so well.
That's good.
I mean, I shouldn't say that because sometimes we butt heads, but
well, you're supposed to. You're human.
yeah,
You said that way too.
Yeah,
hug each other.
Come on now.
So now you guys, eventually your paths crossed, and now you're all together. And of course, we got the newbie. Welcome again. And now you guys came out. You have your debut album that you released last year, and that is "Suffer to Rise," which we have talked about several times throughout the show. And you've already explained. I mean, if anyone's missed it, you already explained what the whole purpose of that album was. You know, the title itself is self-explanatory. Yeah. You know, the pains and trials that we go through to rise above. Yeah. And we all have our own battles. We all have our own, strifes, but it's about getting through that shit and coming out on top. And how many songs are on that album?
10. One of them, one's an instrumental or like I don't know what you call it. Produced sample, yeah. And then the first intro is kind of like that. So it's like 8 full songs.
Yeah.
It's actually a concept album, Fran. So like it's telling.
Which I did see. I did see that. So how do you feel about the release of the concept album? Is it something you want to continue to pursue, or are you going to go a different direction?
On this next one, I think it's going to be a concept, but it's not going to be a storytelling. Like it isn't going to be like this chronological order storytelling, but it will be all tied to
the mix.
Single concept. Yeah.
It's gonna be an introduction of there's some new gods in town, man. It's gonna be an introduction. It's gonna be brutal. Gods in town.
It is.
That's what it's gonna be about.
So what would you say is your favorite?
We lost it. Franny.
I guess we just talk amongst ourselves.
Hey guys, how you doing? hey Johnny, I like that. You say, yeah. Jacob, you look comfortable over there, buddy.
Do I?
Yeah.
Jacob, I can't see you with your white background.
Yeah, I'm so white.
Is there anybody?
I was thinking kind of very domestic with our background.
Everything just glitched like a motherfucker on my end.
We were still talking.
Yeah, I'm like talking about divine intervention.
Is anybody actually even listening to us right now?
Hey, Joe Hoffman.
It's okay. Yep. They come pick up later. They'll be all right.
Let's go. Can't wait, boys.
So I do have a video. I do have a video that you guys would like for me to play for everyone to check out. And let's see. Make sure I got that puppy going.
It's not a video.
All right, you guys ready for it?
Running.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. The video that you guys would like me to play is from this album, from your latest album, and it's called Silence. So I'm going to get that going, and we can't hear you in the background, so if you talk, we'll hear everything. So get this going. Yeah.
No commentary.
Yeah. We can do this. We can. It can be more than just listening. We can review it too. Uh-oh.
Connor.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
This is a badass song too. I love
it. It is good. There's all 5 of us. Hold on. All those people are still in the band for sure.
Stop lying, please.
Okay, fun fact. That's me right there.
Yeah. That is cool. Yeah.
I am the evil man. Oh, she turned the volume down on us. Connor's dead on the bottom of the stairs.
So, Fran, we filmed this when it was 25 degrees out in February.
It was so cold.
So cool.
We were in an abandoned barn.
I don't know if I can tell.
But you can tell it's cold. Connor's nose is red.
There's me again.
Yeah. Good thing I have my shirt off.
Oh yeah, there's a dramatic taking of the shirt off later.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the pinnacle of the whole video.
Well, Connor's got to take his shirt off, man.
Yeah, it's what frontmen do.
Yeah.
Oh, so Connor, you should tell a story of how we were able to even get this video filmed. Wasn't a buddy that owed you a favor or something?
Yeah. So, if anybody wants to check them out, let's see if I can get a link. His name is Zach Rogers, and my wife went to school with him, and she filmed like this little like commercial with him. It was cool. I got to come to the set and like see how they filmed it, and she just volunteered to do it. And he was like, "Yeah, if you guys ever need anything, you know, I can return the favor." And then I'm like, "Okay, you want to shoot a music video?" And he was like, "Yeah, if you guys pay for all the like lighting equipment and the venue and everything, yeah." So it was phenomenal. I mean, he's done work for. If you look up his website, I think it's ZachRogers.com, maybe?
Hopefully. I don't know. There's a lot of Zach Rogers out there.
Yeah.
I got you.
I can send you the link later, Fran, but he does shoots for Discovery and like National Geographic and stuff.
Oh,
like
thanks, Hans. I'm glad you can tell what we sound like with us talking over our own video.
Sorry, we'll shut up, Hans.
No, that's okay. I thought this was like a commentary thing as well. Behind the music. Is the shirt coming off now? Oh, there
Here
it
it
is.
goes.
The sweatshirt.
Oh,
Take it off, Connor.
There it goes. He's so nasty.
oh,
He's
but
so
there's
nasty.
still a beater underneath though. It's too big.
The nips are hard.
This is so hard to play live.
Yeah. So the guitarist who wrote this, I don't know who he is. He doesn't know like any music theory, so when he wrote the song, everyone's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, well, the drummer
All right,
didn't reel you in.
be quiet. The ending breakdown's coming, guys.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the ending breakdown's still pretty good. That's fun to play live.
I like playing this one a lot.
Oh, I heard the bass boom right there.
I'm running ball for this.
Yeah, Hans. Oh yeah, the chair break was a great end.
Mhm.
Crying.
Crying. Of course Johnny would say that.
That song is actually about church corruption and corrupt bishops in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Catholics upset.
Yeah, that song was badass. For all the commentary, I still heard the music. But no, that seriously. I mean, you guys are badass. You know, that I don't know how you death growls. I'll just never get over that. As much as I got a fucking very deep voice for a female,
Uh-huh.
my shit will crack like nails on a chalkboard. I
Oh,
can
yeah?
never do it.
Connor's got some gutturals. He's got some gutturals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got some growls, man. So, what was that song about?
So that song, Silence, is about what you spoke on, which is corrupt bishops during some of the scandals that have happened in the church, where they basically tell people that you should be silent and not dive into things, and things will be hidden. And this song is basically our protagonist, you know, which is me talking through the lens of him saying, I will not be silent and I will call you out. And, you know, one of the lyrics in the song is related to scripture when Jesus said, if any of you should defile any of these young ones, it would be better that a millstone be wrapped around your neck and you thrown into the sea, which basically God himself in human form said, if you touch little ones, you're better off drowning in the ocean. So, I mean, those are some tough words to understand. And I mean, it's
right.
So we, thanks, Hans. We understand the corruption in the church, and you know,
and also thank you, Kevin.
It's affected people
parent.
like you yourself, Fran, and you know, we're here to just, you know, be supportive of that too, and we understand as well.
Absolutely.
So it's calling out some crap, and it's funny because little caveat while I remember it is our album art is tied to all of the songs in our album. So if you look at our album art closely, you will see our protagonist, who is the man in the middle who's getting choked by a succubus. And the bishop from this story is actually impaled on a pillar in hell that you can see. And then you'll also see like politicians down there, which is from our, you know, political song. And there's corrupt doctors down there and all sorts of things. And all of them tie into these stories that are told throughout the Suffer to Rise album. So little
tidbits.
It's a badass song. And I mean, this whole album is intense. And I know you guys have dropped a few singles out there, but you're working on some new music now too, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to?
We're stepping it up.
Yep.
We've kind of hinted at the next song, which is called Death Cult. So there was this meme that occurred where there was this girl. It cracked me up. So Fran, we're kind of like, we like to stir the pot, or at least I do. So
instigator. Ow.
There was this person who posted this thing and it said like,
that's right.
If you believe in a God who sent his son to fix a problem that you made, then you're part of a death cult. And if you pretend to eat your God's flesh and drink his blood, then you're part of a death cult. And just kind of like rambling on and all this stuff. Yeah, crab cult would be better, Jessica. But so I sent this meme to the guys and I was like, dudes, this sounds really brutal. And if you change a couple words, it's what we really believe. So let's make a song called Death Cult. So
it's got a great name to it. It'll draw attention.
Yeah. And
well, I mean, it's like edgy, but it's also like death cult. I mean, we've gone on this before because we usually ask the very stereotypical question of like, what does death metal have to do with Christianity? And I'm like, death is like at the very heart of Christianity. I mean, you know, we worship a God made man who died on a cross. I mean, to get back to voluntary mortification, that's just another word for it, is dying to yourself. So yeah, we'd say we're in a death cult, and we're fine with that. So we're gonna turn that around, make it sound brutal, but it's like completely in line with our message, which is the exact same thing. I don't know. We're just able to kind of, and maybe this is kind of Connor's vision as well, and we're able to go along with it, but like be able to like toe that line, but like it's still in line with like what we believe, sort of thing. Like for instance, our new logo, which is an upside down cross, which is like, oh no, but also
yeah,
like,
you know what, your new logo's bad.
That tattooed on someone's arm.
Yeah, that new logo.
One of your fans tattooed it to his arm. I saw that. I saw the
poster. That's crazy, right?
We've officially made it now.
You know who else is going to get that tattooed, Fran?
Who?
Jessica. Two people that are in your chat right now.
I just said Jessica. I'm throwing that one out there.
I'm holding her to it. Jessica.
She said crab cult would be better.
Yeah. And Kevin, I've heard the album before and it's badass, and that's kind of strange coming from a devout Satanist. And if you want the truth, a church is just a building and you can believe in who you want.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. I love how the church is taking a lot of poverty, but they're $1 million buildings.
Bingo. That's the reality in the life of being yourself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
we also
the life
believe
of being yourself.
Mhm.
You are
we also believe
exactly
that a
right,
church
Kevin.
is a building too. That's just where we worship. We believe the church is
Yep.
all of us together.
It doesn't matter where you worship, no matter what you worship, whether it's good or evil, where you go, your faith and your beliefs will still come with you. You don't have to be in a building to still believe whatever the hell it is you believe, you know? So, and I agree completely, Kevin. You don't need to be in a building to show you have faith or that you're devout in either direction. You know, that's just a brainwashing tool that is used from society. You know, I don't want to say just the church. I'm going to say society because it goes beyond the church. It's everyone.
That's the art. That's the art of yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
That's the art of yin and yang.
Yes, it is.
Without black, there ain't no white. Without white, there's no black.
Right.
And I'm not speaking on a skin color, perspective. Not at all. I said it earlier. That's the art of being individual.
Mm-hmm.
That's the art of being individual.
Exactly. So let me ask you guys this, based on individuality. Are you guys introverts or extroverts?
Ooh. I'm an extrovert.
As you're like covering your face.
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
I will roll through a bar and at a show, I will roll through a show and at the end of the night I know the whole spot.
This is true.
This is 100% true.
I will know everybody by the end of the night. And might get everybody's number too. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm an extrovert.
Extrovert. What about the rest of you? I know you guys all kind of chimed in together. Hey, Jakey.
I'm an extrovert because I have to be, but I'd rather be an introvert.
Right.
Reluctant extrovert. That's so funny.
A reluctant extrovert.
People Johnny be pulling all the ladies and shit. Don't front. Johnny pull all the ladies. Don't front. He's
hiding. He's hiding. It's okay.
Oh man.
I think, Fran, you gave me a hug first time I met you, didn't you?
I did what?
You gave me a hug when I first met you.
I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. I don't care if your wives or your girlfriends or your kids are watching. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna hug them too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hug them too. They can give me dirty looks all they want. Come here. I got more love for you too. Come here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a hugger. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I give it back. I give it back.
Jacob, what are you? You're kind of you're an extrovert, but you've got old.
I know. I'm an extrovert, but my wife's introvertness is rubbing off on me. But I wouldn't have known I was an extrovert until she's like one of those personality test people. So like I didn't know I was classified an extrovert until she told me. So
Kevin, everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Yeah. Oh, you know that song too? Oh shit.
That's too funny.
Oh
Connor, our front man, says he's an introvert.
Yeah, I'm so I can be like an extrovert and introvert, but like when I was younger, I seriously didn't have a friend until I was like in second grade. I used to just go sit by myself, and I just kind of had to learn over time how to talk to people. And I like talking to people, but it really exhausts me. So
see, now that's interesting you say that, because everyone in the band they're extroverts, and then the leading man, front man, is the introvert.
And like I was
how do you collaborate that with being in a band that's so out there? You know, I mean, especially with the style of music, with everything. I mean, how does that work out for you? What do you
I get rest. And our label CEO makes fun of me too, because like I remember we went to audio feed, and when we first showed up, we stopped by and all this stuff. And at one point I was like, I got to go back to the hotel and take a nap. I'm just exhausted. And he just gave me so much crap for that. And it's like, people don't understand. Like,
wait, hold on. I like taking naps. I call it aging.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 kids, and like my wife and I were out there, and it's like, I like to rest, and I get really worn out, energy wise, being around people. And I do have, social. Oh, something happened? You cutting out?
No.
Fran's cutting out. Her face looks frozen.
No.
She's frozen.
Yeah, she's done. She's done again.
She's doing it.
Let's all do the same thing.
Fran's face is totally.
Oh, Hans is totally fine with your power nap.
So how many people are watching right now? Everybody chime in.
Fran's back.
There she is.
Yeah. So I can pretend to be extroverted and people think I'm extroverted and like I like talking to people and dialoguing, but I am very introverted where I get exhausted and like.
So you're good at faking it.
Yeah. Well, it's not faking it. Like I've learned to like it. But it's just I'm really tired. So like I was trying to explain that like to Ernie and Jacob, like on our tour, especially like I need sleep to recharge
Right.
from people because it just
we were in Nashville. We're gonna go hang out, and he's like, "Nope, nap time."
I'm just. I mean,
and I'm the total opposite.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've had 2 naps already today.
It's not introverted. It's being lazy.
No, it's not.
It's like
you know I work hard.
I do.
Yeah, I just built my own freaking house.
Oh no! Here we go.
I'm tired, boss. Let me sleep, boss. Hell no! Get this album done. We're on.
Well, no. What's funny, Kevin, is
actually Connor's the slave driver.
Yeah,
the album done.
I actually am the slave driver of the band, even though I'm the introverted one. So
yeah, don't think he's not doing anything. Trust me.
We're weird.
So I was just curious about that, and no barricades laughing at everyone. Nap time 2 hours. I'm good, says Hans. But so you guys released this album. You guys are doing killer with it. You're moving forward. You got new music coming. What do you guys got? What else you guys got coming up?
Our 1 year anniversary of Suffer to Rise release. So
where's the bash?
We I think are getting new merch for that.
Yeah, we got some super special things coming.
We've been pile driving some like campaigns and stuff for merch and just to try to get like more followers and stuff.
Right.
Because we're so still underground and like, you know, we play shows, we always blow people away and they love what we do. It's just we got to try to get out there more so people can hear us and want to support us in what we're doing. So when the 1 year comes out, we should have another visualizer or something come in, and then we're going to be planning on shooting a music video in the upcoming months. So
soon. We're working on
yeah, maybe. Well, I don't want to give away what song we're going to do.
Are you going to take your shirt off in that video, Connor?
Yes, he will.
Do you want me to?
No,
I'm sure a lot of ladies will go yes.
Yeah. Yes, Queen. Yes.
Yes, Queen. All the ladies like Johnny. Ladies like
awesome.
Johnny.
So, you guys got any shows coming up that you want to plug?
Yeah.
Jessica says yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica wanted a sweaty shirt that I wore lifting. It was kind of weird. I don't know.
New England.
Okay, I'm sorry, Connor. How tall are you?
Why?
I'm going with this. Just play with me on this one. How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, so you're about 2 inches taller than me. I'm 5'7". She's like 4'11", maybe 5 feet. So your sweaty, wet T-shirt was probably more like a moo-moo on her. Jessica, I love you, girl. For anyone who doesn't know who Jessica Helmsley is, she is the wife of the Savage photographer, who's Jimmy from No Barricades. And she's also
she's cool.
An actual official announcement because I'm waiting on a good picture for this, but she is also the most recent and newest Savage Lady of Metal.
Hey,
yeah, congrats. Yeah, she's cool as shit.
And she goes truth. She started out as a merch girl, but she's got what it takes to step up a lot more. And girl, get it. Come get it. I need help. I need help. But and yeah, Hans is a new member of Sepsis out of New Hampshire, and he was wondering if you guys ever planning on doing any shows up in New Hampshire.
He says New England.
New England,
New Hampshire.
That's like
okay. I thought we about to have to go crawl overseas.
Hey, just for him, let's make it happen, guys.
Hey,
Can't
Hans,
get-
let's talk. We all have to have our vacation time.
Yeah, Hans, why don't
Crew
you
up again?
Yeah, because I burnt mine up on the last tour.
I got some.
I burnt all my shit up.
Maybe for Swarmy Fest.
We want to get on festivals.
I can tell you, we can all inform you about that. I know what Swarmy Fest is, and that's coming in November. That can go off here.
We were talking about Metal Devastation too, and
That'd be cool.
I wanted Zach to put us on that because they have pissed off a lot of like the local Protestant churches and stuff down there. And I said, you know what would really piss off Protestants playing there would be some Catholic guys that would come and play the show. So, yeah, maybe next year.
That's too funny.
Man, we'll be all right, man. We could rock a Protestant situation.
Yeah, you guys do just fine. You know what? Everyone might start running their mouths, but by the end, they're going to be fucking hitting that pit and moshing shit.
Connor, you don't talk shit on the mic. We can get in where we fit in anywhere, bro.
No, and I think Casket Robbery we're good friends with, and they're playing down there. And I think is Summoner Circle playing it too?
Yes, I believe Summoner is going to be there if I remember correctly.
We've played with them a couple times too, and you know that we follow some of their stuff. They follow some of ours. So I mean, it's all bands we've played with before. And
Johnny's throwing this one out there. Hey, Jessica. Just saying.
Hey,
anyway,
and Kevin,
a little comment against me. I need medical.
I see your comment.
I do,
I
bitch.
say thank you.
So, all right. So you guys got some shit going down. Anything else you guys would like to put out there? Do you have any advice for your fans or any future musicians?
Keep at it.
Advice for our fans.
Grind it. It's really hard, but just stay committed.
Yeah.
Like when you want to quit, if you have people in the band that will just kick you in the ass or whip you a little bit to be like, no, stop. That's what you got to do. Just stay committed and grind through it.
Yeah.
There'll be ups and downs and everything.
Kevin.
Yeah. And Kevin says he'll put your album on his Bandcamp and then share it out to people on Facebook. I've been reading albums for bands.
Awesome.
Like 2017 and it's something I do for fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Kevin. That's awesome.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, hit us up, Kevin. If you want to add us or like send us a message too, so we can follow up with that. So,
everyone's just popping up these comments. I'm just like reading everything as they're popping up now.
Yeah.
So you guys, I would love to keep going. I mean, I never get to all my damn questions, but it happens. This is a great interview. I would love to get to more, but I got to go to work, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I gotta be up at 4:30.
If anyone wanted to check out some sites, where can they find you?
So our main website is vmdeath.com. That's VM as in voluntary mortification, death.com. So if you go there, we have merch for sale. We've been pushing that new upside down cross shirt, which is actually, it's a spin. It's for St. Peter. So we're kind of, that's kind of caused a little uproar. But we have that new merch, and then we have our Surprise album t-shirt. Our artwork people are usually really big fans of, so if you want to check that out, we also have flags and stuff too. And then that has our upcoming shows. We just have a house show in August because we're kind of focusing on writing new material right now and getting like Cody down on our new songs or on our existing songs and such. So.
And we're pretty updated on Facebook and Instagram. So
So just give us a follow on those and just share. Please share, because we're just trying to get into those algorithms, so people can hear about us. And
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this was a lot of fun. I want to thank you for being here and spending time with me on a Tuesday night. And I would like to thank everyone who made the nationwide broadcasting possible. And that's Concert Junkies out of New Jersey. We got Heaps of Metal in America. That's out of Kansas City Metro. We got the World Metal Scene Group. That's technically worldwide. Besides being on YouTube, that doesn't count. I'm talking about Facebook connection. Thank you, Jason, for making me an admin and long ago and being able to pull that one off. We got the Loud Spot, which is down south. We got the World Metal Scene Chicago, which I run, so that's just a gimme. And then of course, Savagely.
We love playing Chicago.
Yep. You guys got it. Yep. We're gonna bring you. I'm gonna bring you here.
Please do.
I'm going to, because I'm really big on the tribute scene, but the original scene is a little harder to work with getting shows done. I'll shut my mouth on that, but but it's gonna happen. I'm like really slacking on it. I want to get at least 2 or 3 out before the end of the year. So consider yourself on one of those bills. We'll talk about that another time. So, but everyone else, thank you for joining in. Don't forget to check these guys out. Voluntary Mortification. Check out the new album. Well, it's not really a new album. It's been out for a year now. But check out the album. It's Suffer to Rise, and of course, the video that we just played was Silence, which is a badass video. And Connor can't keep his clothes on. So it's something to look forward to in the next video. We'll see how much more he can take off.
Can't wait.
And you know what? Don't judge a book by its cover.
Thanks for hanging.
Absolutely. Yes. You guys, mad love and respect. We'll see you guys all very soon.
Peace and love. God bless.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, I got to find my shit here. I'm like moving. There we go.
Thanks,
all right, guys. You guys have a good one. We'll talk very soon, okay?
Thanks.
See you.